What's going on, family? Back at it again with another day. Yeah, today we got some legs today. We getting some carb content because today's gonna be pretty. We got like 3 workouts. There's deload on hamstring, so we're gonna be doing some RDLs, some sitting and laying down hamstring curls, and that's it. And then we already got our cardio in. I love these so much. We already got our cardio in, so all we gotta do is just work out and then we done. So without making the video too short, I just wanted to talk to y'all about some things. So I got like a couple things I wanted to talk about. Is one of the things that we'll talk about is why, what I was gonna talk about? Why do I eat higher protein? So right now I'm consistent with the same amount of protein that I had on the bulk, but on the bulk I had at least like 350, a little upwards of 350 to 370 maybe. Whereas now it's like 300 to 330, give or take, depending on what kind of lean meats I'm eating. It's higher. So I've been eating about, on a consistent basis, definitely 300 plus. So the reason I'm doing that is because I want to make sure that I'm maintaining as much muscle as possible on the way to the show or getting ready for the show. Because say hypothetically I wanted to sacrifice my protein, right? And I wanted to eat 200, 250, right? The chances are, based off how I'm training, the less protein, the more my body may use my muscle as I'm losing, as I'm losing more and more weight. So by me eating at a higher protein, I'm more susceptible to be retaining more muscle as I get lower and lower in weight. So instead of if I look at myself from last year and I look at myself at let's say 205, and then I compare myself with this year at 205, I'm gonna look bigger. I'm gonna look like I have more muscle than I did compared to last year because of the bulk, and then when we put on as much muscles by being in the bulk. So that's one of the main reasons of why I do that. And then also I just love eating high protein. I don't know. It's just normal. Protein is such a satiating macronutrient that is like, I don't really be hungry all day. Like, I know it's the beginning of the cut, but it's like protein, bro, I'm telling you, it is one of the most satiating things. Like protein and fats, like those two together, bro, I promise you'll be full all day. Like when you eat high carb things, it goes in your body, digests so quick, it feel like you didn't eat nothing. You can eat like a whole bag of rice cakes. You'll still be hungry in the next hour or two after it digests. And it's just like, I don't like feeling like that. I like to eat, feel full for the rest of the day, and maybe not have to eat again. So that's why I love me a little high protein, fat diet. But as of now, my protein is really high. My fats are moderately low, like around 200, 210. But what I just learned not too long ago, I think I talked to y'all about this earlier this week, is more about the refeeds. The refeeds are really important, and I didn't know that. Cause my understanding of refeeds was like, okay, I eat my regular food, then I do the refeed. So meaning I eat above my caloric intake. You know what I mean? But that's not true at all. I don't even know why I even thought that. I don't know. So I did more deep diving and studying of what a refeed necessarily is, and it's basically used to refill your glycogen storages and just giving you that energy for the week of you training hard. Because when you're training really hard, it takes a lot of energy. So you want to use that energy that you use it from the refeed for the whole day that you're training really, really hard. So at the beginning stages of this first phase of my cut, I'm doing 1 refeed a week. So every Sunday is going to be a refeed. And then phase 2, it may be 2 refeeds. Just all depends on how I'm feeling. You know what I mean? If I'm feeling depleted in the gym, like the week before, last week, I felt really depleted. I felt really weak. Or not last week, because I was a deload week. The week before that one, I felt really depleted. So making sure that I'm refeeding and getting like a good amount of carbs. I think last refeed I got about like 390. This refeed I'm gonna try to aim for 4. It's still kind of hard to eat a lot of food, especially carbs, but I got through it. But I think I'll be able to do it. I just gotta find some other things to substitute. So what I do on my refeed days, I eat a lot of carbs. So I got most of my carbs. I ate 200 grams of rice, and then I ate 200 grams of oats, and then I did my protein, and then I did one of my meats, and I did the ground beef. I did the ground beef. And so my fats was like 37, my carbs was like 390, my protein was like 260, 270. So on that Sunday, I'll sacrifice some protein and then also some fats because my fats are already too high, so I had to break them down. So I sacrificed those two to make sure I get those carbs in for that day. Not for the week, but that day. And I didn't know that. I'm thinking I gotta eat the caloric deficit food on top of a refeed food, like just a whole bunch of carbs. I don't know why I thought that. I don't know why I thought like that. But that's not the case. That's not the case. So you basically just reconstruct your meal plan and oh boy, shy. Oh shit. But yeah, you just reconstruct your meal plan and everything, and then you should be good to go. Oh, that's crap. But yeah, the refeeds are definitely gonna help me in the long run, especially on this cut. Cause last cut I did last year, I didn't have no refeeds. I swear to God, I was eating like 40 to 90 grams of carbs a day for 6 months straight. I swear to God, like, bro, I was completely depleted. I was still running. I was still I couldn't really lift this heavy. That's why them squats, like, I can go back and find a video of my squat session. Bro, I had a squat session because I was still squatting at the time. I was still squatting and benching. Bro, that squat session was the hardest squat session I ever had in my life. I swear to God. Like, I felt like I was finna die. Like, I didn't have no energy. My legs felt so weak. And I'm just like, bro, why do I feel so weak? And I'm like, okay, I'm not incorporating. My body was completely depleted. I didn't have no carbs. So I was going off pure will. So you just, like, I just love that I learned that, bro, because it's really going to be so much easier. So I'm kind of glad I did go through that to see how hard that is, because it is hard. It is so hard. And I was so hungry. I was so hungry, bro. But yeah, it was definitely a good time to go through that. So now that I learned this, I feel like it's going to make my journey so much easier. And then also prepping for the show, the refeeds are going to be like getting close to the third phase. They're getting closer to the show. The refeeds are going to be more and more consistent. I think more like 2 times a week. I think it's like 4 to 5 days. But like I said before, it's more based off how I feel and not really like a set thing that's generalized for everyone. So I'm going to just do that and just see how I feel this time. And yeah, the only thing I think I may have trouble with, and I want to make sure I get down to the T, is this thing called peak week. It's the week before, it's the week of the show. So the show is on Saturday. That the days before the show, that's the days I get ready. So I completely deplete my body of carbohydrates. I completely deplete my glycogen stores. I work out for 3 days, and then the 2 days before the show, those are the days that I carb load up. Carb loading is when you eat a whole bunch of carbs prepping for the show. But you can't eat too many because they have this term called spilling over, where you ate so many carbs where your glycogen stores are already full. Where your glycogen stores are already full, and when they're full, and you continuously adding more carbs, it fills out and it overflows, and then now your muscles look more soft, you look full and swole and still vascular because you already lost all that weight, but you look more soft, you know what I mean, and not as chiseled and full looking that you wanted to go for. I kind of had that same thing happen to me last year, where it was a time that I ate some carbs right after I hit my goal, but I had a nice physique. My muscles popping, my abs looked wonderful, my waist was thin, like it looked good. Then there was a time where I ate so many carbs, I looked at my physique again, it looked like I was like fat again, but I was still the same weight. it was like, bro, my hips, like I seen like little storages of water in my hips. It was so weird. It was so weird. But that's where I think I'm gonna have trouble at a little bit. But I'm gonna keep doing like my due diligence and just learning more and more and more about it. I got plenty of time to learn more about it. And then I think everything gonna be going swell. But we already at the gym, so we're gonna head in and get some legs done. I'll be right back. Right now we're doing some dumbbells. This is all the squat rack sticker, so we're just gonna do some dumbbells. Ooh, let's get it. Not too bad. All right, y'all, we on some seated hamstring curls. Yeah, we would have went to my house today. I was like, I really want to drive 30 minutes for a deload. Like, that just don't make no sense. So we just came to LA. But I love me a good deload. Let's get it. Oh man, but I think I told y'all this already. But what I'm incorporating now on my deloads, I think I told you, yeah, I definitely told y'all that Hawkeye came up with like he had said something like, if you're still training to failure, even with lighter weight, it still equates to you training as if you was on heavier weight, you know what I mean? So really, it takes a lot off your joints. That's one of the purposes of doing deload, but it also equates to your CNS, your central nervous system. So it's like, are you ever giving your central nervous system some type of break? And I was just really thinking about that. And I'm like, yeah, bro, you got a point. Like, even if I take a week off and then I'll come back and I do it again with higher weight, am I ever giving my central nervous system some type of break? So I was just like, okay. So now, when you see me work out, you ain't gonna see really no intensity. You gonna see, yeah, you ain't gonna see, I ain't gonna say you gonna see something like, I might grunt here and there, but like, it ain't really gonna be no intensity. I'm gonna try not to. Cause it's like, I gotta give my body a break. I could not just come, but I gotta come, cause you know what I'm saying, but like, that's why I say do 70%. Doing the regular rep ranges, 10 to 12. You know what I mean? Don't give yourself no discomfort. Just literally come in here and take it easy. Go through the motions on a deload week. And I promise you that next week, I ain't gonna lie, I felt strong as a mud this week. Not as strong as I did in the bowl, but I definitely feel a whole lot better. So, yeah, this is definitely gonna be needed. And I'm definitely gonna incorporate it once I start bulking again too. Not just on my, my compound lifts, but majority of my bodybuilding movements. So that's definitely gonna help me a lot and get me up to that 455 bench and that 600-pound squat. So I ain't too far off. Shit, we might as well start on the next one. Yeah, cool. Let's go. Three. Eight. 9. See, not too much. It really don't matter what weight this up. That shit gonna burn every time. Oh my gosh. I ain't gonna say crazy pump today, but I ain't gonna say it was a nice deload day. Let's show off these hammies. So what we working with. Show the quads. Oh, I ain't tell y'all, 230 this morning. 230.1. Boy, them hammies are lacking, man. We getting there. Had to show that off right quick. But yeah, it was an alright day. That workout was like a good 20 minutes, nothing crazy. But yeah, that's it for today. That's it for this week. Next week we coming back even harder. No deload at all for nothing next week. But you know we finna go crazy. I'm excited for legs next week. I'm finna go slap crazy. But what I was finna say. But yeah, 230 this morning. Hopefully next week we touch the 220s. Pretty sure we are. If not, then it's cool. But yeah, that's it. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Man, we're gone.